Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and Instagram. It's youtube.com/Pat Gray. If you want to check us out and subscribe on YouTube, that's always helpful. And then, of course, you want to subscribe to The Blaze. That's even more helpful. It helps us do the job that you expect from us and, insulate us a little bit from the cancel culture of the world. So, blazetv.com/Pat Gray. /Pat.
Yep.
All right.
And if is Pat Originals, is that still working for $30 off, Chris? Do we know?
Good question, because that's
Okay.
a good discount.
So then you don't want to go to /Pat, because then that'll automatically give you the basic discount.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So you want to go to blazetv.com, use the promo code Pat Originals for $30 off.
Yes.
Until they tell us it works no more.
Yes.
And that has not happened yet.
That has not happened yet.
Fantastic. Love it.
And I believe you're going to be doing an off the record. I got an email yesterday.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And Jeffy will join for that. So it should be fun. We had a good time last time. We did that. We did it together last time. Did it all by myself the first couple times. And it was really
didn't
lonely.
like it?
It was really lonely.
Aw.
No, I liked it.
Oh,
but
you did?
I was just lonely. Yeah. So tomorrow, Jeffy will keep us company. Some interesting polls to go through. Also, there's a lot of talk of a ceasefire now. Apparently, the opportunity for ceasefire has increased a lot. And I think that's because the U.S. administration is putting the hammer down on Israel so hard. Of course, Hamas is a little bit motivated because they don't want to be wiped out. And they're about to be in Rafah. And when the Israelis go into Rafah, they're going to finish the job they started, and everybody is trying to keep them from doing that. Genocide, apartheid, genocide. So they made it virtually impossible for Israel to take care of their self-interest here and protect themselves, protect their citizens, protect the nation. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Mediators expressed hope, though, yesterday that Israel and Hamas were inching toward an agreement to halt fighting in Gaza, release dozens of Israeli hostages at last. Israel demanded 40. Release 40. Hamas said, we'll do 20. Now, apparently, they've compromised, and they're talking about 33. I say send them all home, or no deal, ever. We're just going to wipe you out. I don't. But there's so much pressure right now from the rest of the world, so much pressure from these left-wing idiots that are in the streets all over the world and here in the United States of America, and especially on college campuses. So I think they're really feeling the pressure, and they may cave into it. This would be, they think, pretty close to a permanent ceasefire, so it would stop. It would stop the war, and who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. But first, I want Israel to take care of this so that on October 7th doesn't ever happen again. Never again should be right now, where we ensure that it can't ever happen again. And they've got this last brigade that's holed up in Rafah, and nobody wants them to go there. Nobody. Virtually outside of the Israeli administration. So it's a tough situation. They've held out for as long as they can, and now it looks like they might cave again, just with this promise of, maybe we'll give you 33 back, but you have to give us thousands of prisoners who have committed heinous crimes, and we want them all out of your jails. You talk about proportionate. There is nothing proportionate about this madness. And yet, we continue to go through everything we've gone through in the university system in this country. These little darlings that have decided that Hamas is great and Israel is a monster. Bizarre. There were more of those college campus protests yesterday across the nation. Police in Georgia have refused to let anything get organized and take root.
Off our campus! Off our campus!
Yeah, Georgia, whenever you get footage out of there, whether it was Emory University or now the University of Georgia, yeah, they are not, no quarter. I love this.
Good.
I love this. Anyway, good stuff there.
They're always being murdered
Yeah.
anytime anybody hampers their ability to do whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah. You're not going to be pitching tents here.
Nope.
You're not going to be camping here. In fact,
No
you're
encampment.
not even going to protest here, so
Beat it.
carry on.
Yeah, that's great. That's the way it should be. And they continue to scream and yell, and that's great. And at the University of Texas, here's what happened.
That's kind of effective, just kind of walking a line. You suck. Okay, wow, that's... Oh, you got me. I suck.
Yep, there it is. All right, so they're
Good.
trying to put a stop to
Good.
it.
Yeah, Georgia
at
and
UT.
Texas is not letting this thing take root. You're right.
So there was something going on at George Washington University as well.
Yes, please roll the video.
Okay.
This is the statue of George Washington.
On George Washington University's campus. And this statue happens to be in the middle of the pro-Palestinian encampment on the
Okay.
university.
And
They
yeah,
have completely
Draped it
defaced
with- that's
father
great.
of our nation.
no, it's perfect.
He's now got
Because they're so respectful. They love the country. You know, they just think we're doing the wrong thing. Oh, and that's great.
yeah, it's
That's
genocidal
great.
warmongering university.
Oh, my gosh.
George Washington wrapped in the Palestinian flag there. Good stuff.
Criminals.
Oh,
And the
absolutely.
cool thing about this one was that the Rafa people sent a message to the George Washington University by saying, "Thank you, students, for standing up for us." And it's a bunch of little kids holding those signs.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's
It
great.
was amazing. I was like, really? Those little kids know what is really happening in America right now.
Yeah, right.
By the way, at the University of Texas, the protest last week, all 50 that were arrested have had their charges dropped. So
Huh.
that'll learn them.
Yeah. They'll think twice. Well, okay, maybe not.
Give them records. Give them criminal records.
That's what should happen. Mm-hmm. This was kind of funny at a pro-Hamas protest. Chris, explain to us this banana stuff.
What was the whole banana thing? They had signs or something?
There's signs that like people are allergic to bananas, peanuts,
Yeah,
like food
allergic.
allergies.
Food allergies, yes.
So this girl, pro-Israel, goes buy some bananas and does this.
Okay.
Don't waste your time.
So someone in there is allergic to bananas, grapes, and peanuts.
Good. Start tossing peanuts in there, too. Honestly, just start eating them. Just toss the shells out into the crowd.
Oh, those little darlings wouldn't be able to handle. That would be
no.
like a Holocaust to them.
Yes, nuclear Armageddon.
Oh my gosh! So she just bought bananas.
Bananas and grapes.
She
and
draped
just eating
in
them.
an Israeli flag.
Yes.
Looked like that's great.
I love
That's a
that.
brave girl. Jeez. I mean, she's outnumbered. 500 to 1. Incredible.
But she has the power of a banana.
Yeah, the power of
That
a
will
banana.
keep them back. That's what we need. All the cops who have bananas.
That is awesome. Maybe show up with
I
some
love that.
gluten. Gluten at some of these.
Oh, man.
Gluten? Yes.
Yeah.
Now you're talking cruel and unusual, though. You'd be in trouble with the U.S. Constitution there.
Guilty.
I don't think the Geneva Convention will agree.
Yesterday morning, students at UCLA got a little wake-up call, too. So there's some pushback here.
Oh, there's absolutely some pushback. Let's go.
This is good stuff. Watch the pushback in Los Angeles.
Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. That sounds like an Elvis Presley movie.
4:30 in the morning.
Wake up, commies! Wake up! Wake up!
I hope there's more than just the two of them there, because they're going to be outnumbered in a few minutes. People are going to be pissed.
Okay, that's what I would be doing if this was happening when I was
So
in school.
great. So great.
I mean, that is awesome. Wake up, commies!
But you notice that it's the frat bros doing all this. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's fantastic because, you start to think, all right, they're all of them are about the Palestinians, about Hamas. Nobody cares about Israel. And this just puts it into perspective a little bit. There still are some right-thinking young people.
There's a few.
And somebody set up a giant video screen. Oh, this is amazing, too.
Yep.
Wow. This is one of the things I saw when the Israeli Consul General came here and showed us that 46-minute video. This is one of the things in that video.
Yeah, so they some anonymous group has set up this massive TV in the middle of the mall there.
And they just play on the loop that phone call from the terrorist to his mom and dad back in the Gaza Strip. And he's bragging about killing 10 Jews with his own hands.
Yeah, pretty sure they just run the whole footage, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's all 46 minutes?
I think it is. And there you go. I don't know if anybody that needs to see that will see it. But it's just, yeah.
Amazing.
UCLA.
What a great way to show them who they're supporting. Hey, have you guys seen this? Do you know who it is you're supporting here?
That probably would encourage them to keep protesting with their anti-Semitism.
I don't know. Maybe they're so far gone.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a student at UCLA was blocked by protesters.
Yep.
You guys have closed the entrance. We are UCLA students. I have my ID right here. I'm being blocked off, not by the security guard, but by you two.
Look at these.
That's against the law.
Oh, look, they're making their burger while I'm going this way.
Why are you masked?
This is what they do.
Yeah.
Everybody, look at this. Look at this.
If you're not doing anything
I'm
wrong.
a UCLA student. I deserve to go here. We pay tuition. This is our school. And they're not letting me walk in. My class is over there. I want to use that entrance.
Push your way through.
Will you let me go in? This can be over in a second. Just let me and my friends go in to class.
I mean, these campuses have terrorists running the show now.
We're not engaging in that.
Okay, we're going.
We're not engaging in that behavior? What are you talking about?
I have my hands up. I'm not hurting them.
Uh-huh.
I'm not hurting
They're going to
them.
start screaming any second.
That's what they do. That's what they do, everybody. You guys are promoting aggression. You guys are promoting hate.
Aggression.
We're
That's for
UCLA
sure.
students. We deserve to be there. Let's go.
Look at that. Wow. Don't give in to them.
Wait, go back to what was the last frame of that, Joe? Post the very last frame. I want to see what was around his neck there. What was on the
that's
chain?
the
Star of David?
Yeah, Star of David.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. That's why they were not letting him in.
I see.
Because of Star of David around his neck. Yeah.
I mean, the anti-Semitism on these college campuses just allowed to fester and
Blatant.
and blossom.
Yeah, blatant, and nobody cares. At Columbia, students were given a 2 p.m. deadline to vacate the premises yesterday.
How do you think that worked out?
And additional protesters surrounded the encamped protesters. So you got protest on protest here. They're all with the same cause, right?
Uh-huh.
That's perfect. Hamas holes.
Hamas holes. And we went with Hamas holes over Hamatzis, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Maybe we should do a pat poll or something. Just
Could be interchangeable.
Just to make sure.
Use Hamatzis
Hamatzis.
from time to time. Not opposed to that. It just enrages me, though.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, the faculty and staff linked arms around them, too, to protect them from that 2 p.m. deadline. I think this happened around 3:15 yesterday.
Look at this.
They'd already done nothing.
So now are we at 2 rings around the center of hell? Is that what we got going on here? So we've got the encampment at Columbia. Then we've got the students around them. Now we've got the faculty around that. I mean,
My
good
gosh.
grief.
What is the matter with you? Seriously.
Wear your masks.
You're seriously disturbed mentally. Something is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't understand the plight of Israel and Jews, and that they've been going through this, not just this past century, for thousands of years, and you're supporting it now, openly, blatantly supporting it, something's definitely wrong with you. Wow. So was there a Columbia break-in?
Yeah, last night things escalated there at Columbia, and they broke into Hamilton Hall. Can we please play the footage of that? Busting the windows out there. Here come the domestic terrorists. Now, will any of them suffer any kind of fate similar to, say, I don't know, Jase Sixers?
You know they won't.
No, not at all. So the domestic terrorists break into Hamilton Hall and reportedly take a faculty member hostage. And
A Jewish faculty member?
I don't know the details on that just yet. That individual, I think, is out now. But they said he said they wouldn't let him leave.
Okay, so we got a hostage situation now developing.
Well,
it's going to be a new tactic now. I bet they'll do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll do this more and more.
Yep.
And it'll be like Iran, 1979 Iran.
This will escalate because they haven't cleared out this hive of terror.
Yeah, well, you just keep tolerating it. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to get worse. They've realized what they're doing is tolerated and even embraced by many, especially on the left. They're being embraced. But I'm a little confused by the mask situation.
Oh, it's
Are you afraid of COVID, or you don't want to be identified?
No.
If you're not doing anything wrong, if you're proud, why are you masking yourself? Let us see who you are.
They want to be safe. They don't want to be responsible for community spread.
Okay, good.
Of whatever icky diseases. Boy, I don't know what kind of petri dishes.
They don't want to spread their stupid, which is what they're doing without the mask. They're spreading their stupid, but their stupid penetrates the mask, so they're not keeping that to themselves either. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Fast Growing Trees. It is the largest online nursery in the United States of America. More than 10,000 different kinds of plants, over 2 million happy customers in the U.S. And they have everything you could possibly want. They have fruit trees, palm trees, evergreens, house plants, whatever you need for your climate and your space. Might be something indoors, might be something outdoors. Maybe you're redoing things. It's going to save you so much money. I forget how much exactly it saved us from having a landscaper come and do it, but it was really significant. They make it really easy to order online, too, and your plants are shipped directly to your door in 1 to 2 days. And along with their 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee, they offer free plant consultation forever. So if you got questions, you just call them. They'll help you out. This spring, they have the best deals online, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And because you listen to this show, you'll get an additional 15% off on top of that, off your first purchase when using the offer code PAT at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com. Use the promo code PAT at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, offer code PAT. Offers valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, so we saw the break-in. Have we seen the blockade yet at Columbia?
I don't know if that's been transferred over there yet, but just use your imagination of it's
of a
similar
blockade
to UCLA.
Okay.
And except for it's indoors, and they just won't let a student.
And again, I thought that was illegal. We had Christians that were just prosecuted for that, found guilty. They haven't been sentenced yet. That's coming up this summer. But they were tried and convicted of getting in the way of a Planned Parenthood door.
Okay.
And they didn't even block anybody, but that's what they were.
Yeah, it's the FACE Act. It's a violation.
Yes, the FACE Act.
Look at them putting the chairs and the tables there in front. And this guy's like, I just want to get through here. Nah.
Another human chain.
A human chain.
Get someone wrap around. Get inside.
I can't. I just can't.
Let's see. Where's the guy trying to get
Morons.
through there?
Grab back up by the center door. This is how you do that.
So it's interesting. He was locked with him. Now, what is he doing here?
I got it on video.
I thought he was trying to get through. This is weird.
This is 100% assault.
This is 100% assault. So what was he doing linking arms with them at first?
I don't know.
I
don't know. It's
can't
weird.
follow. Okay, enough of this. I mean, this is still happening right now at Columbia. I mean,
So the two white boys were blocking Hamas holes to getting in. So those two white boys were locking arms so they don't block that door. And then the guy in the mask got in between them and broke them both too.
This is America 2024. Mm-hmm. What a spiral.
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid I would not fare well at one of these little get-togethers.
I'm going to prison.
I'm not letting you block me like that. I'm just going to go through. So you see if you can stop me. There might be some elbows that are accidentally, flying around.
You like to stretch.
One of them could end up in somebody's face. I don't know. It's happened. It happens in basketball from time to time. You're just making a basketball play. You're going up for a rebound, and your elbows come down in somebody's face. Oopsies. Sorry, didn't mean that to happen. Yeah.
Accidents
I could
happen.
see that kind of an accident happening at one of these events if I were involved. And that would just be unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'd seriously be in jail. I really would.
Oh, 100%.
And then this morning, we got breaking news at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and Virginia Commonwealth University. So it's spreading like a cancer.
Yep.
Meanwhile, that's what they are, man.
People like Representative Jamal Bowman want to import people from the Gaza Strip straight into America.
Let's go.
What a great idea. Here he is telling us about
Should the United States bring in people from Gaza?
Well, we are a land of immigrants, and we are a land of asylum seekers. And anyone escaping persecution and oppression and violence, the United States has always been an open home to those people. So whether they come from Palestine, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador,
Manawa
they're coming here to contribute to our economy, which 99.9% of them are. We've always been
people from
Guatemala to immigrants coming here. So fully support that.
He
and also
fully supports it. Good.
Amnesty for the migrants who have been here for quite some time.
Let's send them all to Jamal Bowman's house, too.
Yes.
Because he fully supports it. He wants it to happen.
Yeah.
I say the first 10 immigrants from the Gaza Strip get to live at his house. You get us started there, Jamal. Let us know 6 months from now how that worked out for you, because I'll bet you'd be really, really happy with
one
your
of the
decision.
Things over at Columbia, by the way, that they wanted the university to do, the demand was that they divest from Israel. Okay, I got it. I mean, just...
Yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to tie all these universities into any sort of action, any interaction with Israel.
Yeah, and you talked about the deadline yesterday was originally 2 p.m. Eastern to vacate the premises, and so there's some shots from overnight here. Columbia has been taken over by these. There we go. So this right here is the notice to vacate, and so a student by the name of Aiden Parisi, he decided that he wasn't going to read all of that. Free Palestine. Columbia will burn. I mean, that's not a terroristic threat, is it?
No, not at all.
I mean, that's just free speech.
Yeah.
Free speech, not a threat at all.
No. Oh, man.
They better clamp down on this nonsense immediately, or by the end of this week, it's going to be no turning back.
Sadly, they're doing the opposite of clamping down. They're encouraging it right now. Right now, they're embracing it and encouraging it and pushing it out there so that others will be infected with this disease. It's great.
I think Columbia's just weak. They want it to end, but
they set the deadline, and if you don't leave by 2, you're going to be expelled from school.
Well, they started
then do it.
Suspending some students yesterday. Boy, they really seem to be motivated by that. That really. But you're right. It should be expulsion.
And then put them in jail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seems to be what they want. Do it. Give it to them.
How are they calling this? They're calling these liberated zones. There's no freedom in these liberated zones. What an oxymoron.
What have you liberated it from? Free thinking? We've got to think the way you do? That's a leftist for you, though. That is their MO. That's exactly what they do. Well, every U.S. president wants a legacy, and one of Joe Biden's legacies is our open borders and the consequences of it, which, they've all been good, right? That's why we're willing to accept more immigrants, and especially from the Middle East. That would work out really well. But here's some disturbing news report from Houston. Man, this is just heart-wrenching. Watch this.
A satanic statue in the apartment, and the gang members said they wanted to offer the beast a soul. Police say Hernandez Rivera and Alvarez Flores killed the girl execution style. Killers confessed to the crime after they were arrested. 22-year-old Miguel Alvarez Flores, there you see on the left, and 18-year-old Diego Hernandez Rivera on the right appeared in court this week. Now, according to HPD, most MS-13 gang members are in this country illegally, and these two murder suspects could be as well. Police say they have reported the two to Homeland Security. Now, an investigator told us this morning that officers found evidence in the apartment where these gang members were keeping underage girls that led police to believe there was some sort of satanic ritual activity happening there. Now, HPD says there were 3 underage girls in the apartment of the murder suspects, a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old who was murdered, and then a 16-year-old girl. Police say the 14-year-old told detectives she was kidnapped, drugged, and sexually assaulted by members of the MS-13 gang. Now, the 14-year-old also reportedly told investigators she was moved from one apartment to another, forced into consuming drugs and alcohol, then at one point was held down as Alvarez Flores tattooed the image of the Grim Reaper on her body from her knee down to her foot. This girl also told police the 15-year-old at the apartment was a girl named Genesis. She believes Genesis is the girl.
Wow.
That goes on.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, that's what open borders will get you. I mean, it's cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. I mean, that
is the bloodbath that Joe Biden is perpetrating on this nation right now. Satanic rituals? If that's not enough to make us stop and say, okay, this is unacceptable now. I mean, it's been unacceptable for a long time. But human sacrifice from satanic members of MS-13 who are here illegally. Well, we've got our own killers in this country, so you never worry about that. Yeah, we actually do.
Yep.
We just don't want more.
Yep, there's the faces of just a handful of some of the innocent Americans who have been killed by illegals. But the border is secure from what we're being told.
I mean, this gets more ridiculously evil every day.
Yes.
It's hard to believe. Now you're talking about satanic human sacrifice from these illegals, from gang members.
Yep.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Joe Biden and Alejandro Mayorkas.
That's their legacy, right?
Both have American blood on their hands. There's no question about this. You know, you talk about that bloodbath, and he jokes about it all the time and attributes quotes to Trump. Well, even if Trump had said there's going to be a bloodbath if Biden is elected, he's right, because there already is one. Jeez. But Biden doesn't care. Nope. In fact, he's pretty well checked out. Look at this video where he's being, I don't know, somebody's talking to him in the crowd.
And
he has no idea what's going on.
The guy is praising him.
Yeah, he is.
And Joe can't grasp someone would be on his side, and just the face on it, so distant.
Look how lost he looks.
We've been trying to catch up with you, and I've had talks with the vice president, but whenever you're out,
dude, he doesn't care.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I got your back.
Doesn't understand.
I got your back.
Like, President Biden.
Look at that. He just turns around vacantly. Hello, can somebody get this guy out?
Look at the old man's face this whole time. He has no idea that there's even someone in front of him.
Trying to catch up with you, and I've had talks with the vice president, but
trying to catch up with you.
We want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you.
I don't know. I got your back.
I got your back.
I'm just trying to
not thank you, nothing. He just turns around.
Nope.
Got his hands out like this. Mouth open.
I mean, checked out is a good phrase for it, because he doesn't know what's going on. He's just gone most of the time.
Yeah, now just watch Joe Biden without audio here. Just look at his face. I mean, he's just gone, bro. He's not coming back.
Even if he's not gone, that's the expression of somebody who doesn't give a rat's anus what this guy is saying to him. He couldn't care less
who's this guy?
About what's coming out of his mouth. He's charming. He's charming. That's just Joe being Joe. Yeah. And he's had that lifelong stuttering problem, so that's probably why he looked like he checked out. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets for you. Rowdy Introvert, who, by the way, incredible job once again. Rowdy Introvert. Fantastic. He found that scam call, right?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Yep. So
the scam call about we've got 4 charges pressed on your name. We now have access to it.
So when you hear that,
then you want to mark that down on your bingo sheet.
And then send a thank you note to Rowdy for finding it.
Anyway, he tweets, I'm pretty sure that wearing a mask doesn't prevent the spread of stupid. It promotes the spread of stupid. Okay? Not of this world. How do these people even look in the mirror without seeing the evil they perpetuate? I think they do, but they just like it. They like it. They're good with it.
I mean, they've been raised and coddled into this cult.
And they're fine.
Their entire lives.
Let's just let the Ayatollah to run for office as well. Yeah, you might as well. I think they'd love that. Tamara B. tweets, can we send these protesting college students to Gaza for a semester? Oh, I wish. Should be mandatory. If you love them so much, why don't you live there?
I don't know. They may come back knowing how to make bombs.
Like a foreign exchange program. Maybe we can exchange them for the October 7th hostages. I like that. Oh. Yeah. And then they'll see how wonderful, how peaceful, how beautiful, how inspired with freedom and liberty Hamas is. How tolerant they are. Oh, man. You know what? Perform your drag show for them, too. Do that.
Yeah, they like that
stuff.
They
love that. Oh, my gosh, they'd love that. Make sure you have your dress on, your makeup, your wig, your fake boobs, whatever else you need in your drag costume.
And make sure you're recording.
They love that.
Make sure you get this recorded because...
Yeah, you're going to see happy times when you go over there.
The clicks you're going to get after what happens to you is going to be impressive.
Going to be, something. It's going to be something. So Howard Stern and Joe Biden sat down together last week. I'm sure that was a hard-hitting interview. Man, how did he dare go on Howard Stern's show? Whew, what a bold move by Joe, isn't it? Here's some of what happened.
Hold on, before you press play, again, look at the old man's face.
Okay?
And someone praising him, and he still can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I'm so excited to talk to you was because I wanted to understand the tragedy in your life and how you dealt with it. And you're the kind of leader I love because we're lucky to have you in the Oval Office and serving as the father of the country. Because if you're a good father to your family, which you are, I know you'd be a good father to the country. And I want to thank you for providing a calming influence, an organized administration post-COVID.
Are you serious?
Getting that vaccine out. I remember what the world was like at that point.
The guy whose guts you hate that you had on your show all during the 2000s, like every 5 minutes. That is the guy who got the vaccine out. If you're so in love with the vaccine, that was Donald Trump, not Joe Biden. I appreciate you getting it. Shut up.
This is
garbage from this guy.
The hits just keep on coming on this praise of Joe Biden.
Oh, man.
This is so sad and pathetic, man.
Unbelievable. All right, let's see if we can get through this.
Getting us to feel comfortable, standing up to Putin. Incredible large growth in the jobs. Unemployment rate down. I'll give you your greatest hits. The lowest uninsured rate in history. 4 out of 5 Americans are covered for less than $10 a month.
What?
Knocking off a few ISIS leaders.
Yeah, that one threw me.
Okay, 4 out of 5 Americans are covered, maybe, with Obamacare. You still have 20% not, right? You still have 1 out of 5, which is 20% not covered. But $10 a month?
I was making sure you were...
What are you talking about? Nobody pays $10 or less a month.
I want that plan.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
You know, in Joe Biden's defense, maybe he's not just completely checked out. for this interview's purposes anyway. Maybe he's like, who are you talking about? I thought you were going to start talking about me. What is all this great stuff you're saying? Stood up to Putin. Oh my gosh.
Putin.
Got the vaccine out. You're such a good father.
Putin has done nothing but give him the middle finger since he got into office. Yeah, you don't want us to go into Ukraine? Okay, we'll do it anyway. And he did. All right. What a job standing up to Putin. That is incredible. And there's more.
Less than $10 a month, knocking off a few ISIS leaders, cutting the emissions in half. I mean, you've always been an environmentalist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay. So, wow.
That's rough, man.
This is your Mr. Anti-Establishment Howard Stern doing nothing but propagandizing for the establishment. Wow, is that amazing. Ooh, we're going to have more on this interview coming up in overtime and show you who this guy is that's praising Joe Biden because I think people have forgotten some of the dirtbag things he's done over the years. And now just excuse it all. Now he's just a wonderful guy who does really brave interviews with the president. Throws him softball after softball, compliment after compliment. Wow.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a part of that, you can subscribe at blazetv.com to see what you've been missing. As far as overtime's concerned, you get not just ours, but everybody who does overtime on the Blaze. You get Glenn's specials. It's really worth it. And right now, when you use the offer code PATOriginals, you get $30 off.
Nice.
And by the way, we can help tornado victims right now in the Midwest by going to mercury1.org. Really important.
Yes.
People have just been devastated by just a series of, what were there? A couple hundred tornadoes?
Yeah, it was insane. From really Iowa, Nebraska, down through Kansas and Oklahoma, all through the weekend. Matthew Blackburn, Pat had sent me some interesting stuff here with the sign there at Maple. Okay, so there's Maple Road in Elkhorn, Nebraska. That sign ended up over 30 miles away in Herman, Nebraska.
30 miles?
Northwest of Elkhorn. Look at that.
That is really something.
That is. Oof.
My gosh.
So thanks for sending me that, Matthew. That was very interesting.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi was on MSNBC. Was it yesterday, day before?
Over the weekend.
Yeah. She was on with anchor Katie Tour.
Yeah, they got into it.
Katie is getting some serious flack because how dare she contradict anything the establishment is saying? It's their job to amplify everything the establishment says, right?
Such a weird response from
really weird
vodka breath.
But here's what happened.
We have to address those concerns, and Joe Biden is doing that. Created 9 million jobs in his term in office. Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
Thank you. Thank you.
He had the worst record of any president. We've had other concerns in our country. If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump, that may be your role. But it ain't mine. And he has the worst.
Anybody can accuse me of that.
No, that's for sure. Nobody can accuse anybody on MSNBC for being an apologist for Donald Trump. That was I'm sorry, I threw out a fact there.
Yeah.
I forgot how allergic to facts you are,
What's
Nancy.
The look on Nancy's face?
Yeah, she's stunned.
She's
stunned.
Shell-shocked.
And she should be. It's MSNBC, and somebody threw a fact in her face.
Don't give me a fact.
That is awesome. Wow.
He had the worst record of any president. We've had other concerns in our country.
Spit out the talking point,
Katie. You want to be an apologist for Donald Trump.
Worst
that
track
may be your
record.
Role, but it ain't mine. And he has the worst.
Anybody can accuse me of that.
No, you're right about that, Katie.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to jump in and defend Katie Tur for a second. Nobody can accuse that woman of being an apologist for Donald Trump.
I didn't have that in my bingo sheet. Pat Gray defending Katie Tur.
Yeah. Well, that's ridiculous. Jeez. Go back to the spot where she says we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I love that. I got to see that one more time because somebody actually stood up to this garbage we continually hear.
Is doing that, created 9 million jobs in his term in office. Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
Yeah!
He had the worst record of any president. We've had...
Don't you dare put it into context, lady.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Just
wow.
These people suck.
Oh, that's just really something else. And don't address the actual fact of the matter. Don't admit to being, hyperbolic, inaccurate, misleading. Don't admit to any of that. Just stick to your fact. Which,
if you want to be
asinine.
An apologist for Donald Trump, you just go ahead. That's not my role.
Maybe that's your role.
It ain't mine.
Oh, yeah, that's the role of anybody on MSNBC. Okay. All right. There's a very common sense reason gold is pushing all-time high levels right now. Actually, there's quite a few reasons. The cost of goods continues to rise. Despite interest rate controls by the Fed, the cost of living is up 17.9%, basically 18%. The national debt continues to skyrocket. It's over $34 trillion and counting and going up quickly. So there's a real worry that everything's going to come crashing down on us. And here we are in an election year with massive implications for the future. All this adds up to instability and uncertainty. And that's why so many Americans are turning to Birch Gold Group. Have you diversified your savings yet? Just secure a portion of your savings with gold from Birch Gold. You can text PAT to 989898. They'll send you a free info kit. You'll learn all you need to know about how to convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. And it doesn't cost you a penny out of pocket. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They have tens of thousands of happy customers. You can count on Birch Gold Group. Just text PAT to 989898. Get your free info kit and protect your savings from uncertainty today.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, so we've queried the audience, and here's what they're saying. Regarding the domestic terrorists on college campuses around the U.S., which term do you like better to describe them? Hamas holes is now leading by a count of 70-30 over Hamazis. Now, feel free to use Hamazis. Mix it in where you can, but I think we're with
appropriate. Yeah,
Hamas holes.
In a group of people maybe who will understand the term, they'll be able to catch on to that.
Yeah. Read the room before you before you use it.
So I can't do that when I go to Colombia next week?
No,
don't say
they won't get it. They will
speaking
not
of
get
Colombia and Texas and Indiana and Georgia and North Carolina and UCLA and fill in the blank university, do these kids not have final exams right now? Like,
no.
What is there? Are we just saying, nah, we're good?
I think that's
no
what
tests.
we're doing.
No tests. And so
didn't Colombia say online only in protection
Colombia
for the Jews?
did, yeah. So, okay, when the semester is over, it's not going to get any better because so many of these are just paid activists by George Soros that they're not going anywhere. This is going to happen all year long.
And summer hasn't begun yet.
All summer long, yeah.
Yeah.
Summer
should be a
hasn't
fun
begun.
summer. Yeah, and the Democrat convention should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
The Republican convention should be fun. Look out. I mean, there's going to be some ugliness happening, like 1968 style ugliness at these conventions.
Yeah, and
a little nervous about it.
How ironic that the Democrats are in Chicago.
Right. They're right back there in Chicago where the 68 convention happened. Yikes. Ooh-wee.
Where are the Republicans? Are they in Charlotte? I don't know why. Or Milwaukee? Where are they?
I was thinking Milwaukee, but maybe that was the last one.
You're right. Milwaukee. Yep.
Yeah. So, is Kristi Noem now done politically, do you think?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Really? You don't think this is as big a deal as I do?
No. I want to read the book. I really want to read the book.
Yeah.
Because I'm
book where
curious.
she admits to have killed her dog.
Yes.
She shot her dog dead. Now, this was 20 years ago. I don't even know why she brought it up. So weird. You got away with it. Nobody knows about it. Why bring it up? I guess she thinks it's strong that she was able to make that decision and take the dog out and shoot it when it needed to be. I just don't agree it needed to happen, really.
Me and Keith talked yesterday. We even forgot to mention the horses that she was killing.
Yeah, so she's got quite the body count going.
Yeah, she got goats,
horses,
and dogs.
Dogs. Yeah.
Well, dog.
Don't exaggerate.
Sorry.
It's a goat, a dog, and 2 horses.
Sorry.
You don't need to inflate the numbers.
Sorry.
But it was 20 years ago. Why bring it up? I think she's done, certainly as a candidate for vice president.
Yeah, and I want more details on these horses because the way the article read was she took them both out at the same time. Did they both have like the need at the same exact time?
Well, I know the picture that has been circulating has a dead horse in the background, and then she's kissing the other horse that she's about to kill.
I haven't seen this. Did you not send this in?
I'll find them again.
Oh my word! It's like, okay, look, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, horsey.
Well, okay, no, it's not, but that seriously, that's what you do with the horses, because if they've been injured like that,
right? That's why I say
they suffer, and you don't want them to.
That they're both.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't
needing
know.
to be put down at the same exact time.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't grow up on a farm. So
yeah,
I can't speak to this at all.
But it's worth repeating. If only people were as concerned about killing human babies as we are concerned about killing a dog, this world would be a better place in which to live. You know, 64 million babies have been killed since Roe v. Wade. Nobody bats an eye at that. There are very few. Still, it's a mind-numbingly stupid thing to write about in your book, I think. Do you think it hurts her politically?
Oh, I think she's
I think she's toast after this. She certainly. I mean, if anybody could ignore that and make her the vice presidential candidate, it's Donald Trump. You know, he might enjoy the battle about that. I don't know.
Let me put it this way. I still want her more than I would ever want Nikki Haley as his running mate.
Oh, for sure.
So
no question.
Whatever.
So a puppet killer versus a warmonger?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. As Jeffy says, humans first.
Humans first. America first. Humans first. It's a pretty good safety tip right there.
And just let this be a lesson to dogs out there everywhere. If you're listening, don't try to bite your owner.
Right.
That's not
right. And don't be worthless as a hunting dog if that's your job.
Yeah.
I mean, you're bred for that. You better do it.
Do your job.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
With some tweets to start out. Giblets tweets. Times like this, I ask myself, WWDPJGD.
Sure.
Of course, don't we all? What would Dr. Patrick Joseph Gray, gene researcher, do?
Oh, yeah.
Good question.
If y'all didn't see Overtime yesterday, then you may not realize that this is Dr. Patrick
Joseph Gray
that you're talking to here.
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't know if you saw this, and I'm trying to find out. Somebody,
the scam thing?
Yeah.
I did see it. Interesting.
Do not reply.
Yeah. Oof.
If you're not watching Pat Gray Overtime, you're missing out.
I knew it was a scam. Anytime they use incorrect English like that all the way through, anytime out of the blue somebody is offering you money that doesn't make any sense, like, you know, I'll give you $10,000 if you come speak in Japan.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Patrick Joseph Gray got, was an email asking you to do that.
Yeah, to go speak in Japan at the 14th Annual World Gene Convention.
That's pretty exciting, though.
Yeah, very exciting.
What an honor.
I would have loved to have done it as a doctor. You know, and the gene research I've been doing is important to me, and I'd love to talk about it.
What was cool is somebody finally recognized your achievements and wanted to hear from you.
Right.
But
so anyway, we've been invited to these things, and Jimmy Fallon's podcast and Joe Rogan's podcast and on, and it just rings scam. But there have been people that have been taken by it, and because they've been invited to other things, they just didn't think, I guess, about it enough. And this guy that one of our listeners found, really got burned. Anthony O'Neill, is that his name? I was unfamiliar with him, but apparently he's, he does stuff and people know him. But he lost $40,000 to these scammers. Ooh. And they were trying to take more before they finally got stopped. Jeez. So watch out.
Yes.
Watch out for those scams. Anytime you get something in your email that looks too good to be true, it is. It's too good to be true. Okay? They're not going to pay you $5,000 an episode to be on Jimmy Fallon. Probably.
That's too bad.
In fact, I don't think... Does Jimmy Fallon... I bet you the Tonight Show, they don't pay their guests.
Oh, gosh.
Do they?
I highly doubt that.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No.
From the Pickled Squirrel... How many of these university protesters are actually students at the university? Undetermined. Rhinos Rock 1. If you're caught protesting, your student loans should be doubled. That should happen anyway.
But only problem there is that the taxpayer's going to end up paying that off.
Yeah.
And so double. Lucky us.
Unrepentant thought criminal. I'd pay money for the pay-per-view broadcast of the first drag queen fashion show in the Gaza Strip. Yeah, me too.
Whew.
Me too at this point.
I'll pay for their flight.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll get them the wardrobe, the flight, the hotel.
Yeah.
I'll get you there.
Yeah, because drag queens, where they're going to really appreciate you and what you do? The Gaza Strip.
100%.
Gaza City. They love it. They love it.
They do it like monthly, I think.
And all of their allies in Iran, they love it. And Hezbollah, Syria, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, they all love it. So
the Ayatollah, he does that every Friday night.
We'd love to send you there so that you can perform. So let us know if you'd like to go. Sarah the Band, if I could get insurance for $10 a month, I would actually have insurance but I don't because it's not true. Right, yeah, $10 a month. Jeez. Stupidity from Howard Stern to Joe Biden the other day. Extolling his virtues and all of the great things he's done for America since he's been in office. What a great president. Oh, my gosh. You don't want to miss overtime today. Cornelius Megaduke tweets, Joe is listening to Howard Stern like he's talking about me. I did that. Dang, I am awesome. Anyway, then that thought goes through his head because he doesn't know. Then now he's already forgotten what he was talking about. Jenny Blue Dog tweets, was Nancy Pelosi really shocked or are her eyebrows just pulled too tight? We may never know.
Oh, it's a fair question.
It's a great question. Then we were talking Kristi Noem toward the end of last hour. Kristi Noem, who shot her dog in the gravel pit. She shot a goat there. Mm-hmm. She has shot horses there. And apparently just back in March 12th of this year.
Uh-oh.
Chris, you found these? Kristi Noem tweeted out, my heart is broken. I can't seem to stop the tears. Today we had to make the decision to put down 3 of the girls' rodeo horses that were 26, 27, and 28 years old. They were losing weight rapidly and arthritic and hurt. And as my good friend Jill told me, okay, it doesn't finish the statement, but we are called to be good.
Oh, that's a bad place for that to break.
Stewards, I don't know.
So hang on a second. So the body count at the Noem house now keeps growing.
Yeah, it's huge.
So now we're up to 3 horses, a dog, and a goat.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, look, one of those pictures there, you see that one of the horses has already been put down. I don't know what the guy's smiling about. The guy on the left is just yucking it up. Hey, we're killing some horses today. And you're right, she's kissing that other horse goodbye.
Yeah.
And horses are smart. That horse saw what just happened to Mr. Ed there.
Yeah, he knows what's coming.
Yeah.
He knows what's coming.
Mr. Ed.
He's got to be stressing right now. Don't you dare kiss me. I know what you're about to do. Boy, tough times. And by the way, we looked up during the break. Chris, I heard you say that the average lifespan of a horse is 25 years.
25 to 30, yes,
25 to 30, yeah. I found 25 to 30, yes, but up to 60 years if provided excellent care. So I think it's safe to assume
60 years
that these horses weren't getting excellent care.
Well, if they're rodeo horses, they're being used a lot.
Too much use.
Yeah.
So are those 3 horses there, in addition to the 2 that she writes about in the book? Do we have 5 horses?
I believe so.
Animals die. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But Seabiscuit there, laying down there while the other one is stressing out. That's maybe you do it separately. I don't know.
No, because then the other one's like, hey, where's Ed? Ed was just here, so you add more stress.
That gravel pit has got to be filled with.
Oh yeah, Joe, put the first
Pet
tweet.
cemetery.
Put the tweet because you can see the hole at the bottom left.
Okay,
that's where.
Oh yeah, that's where they dump them.
That's where they kill them. Yes.
Shoot.
So they dig the pit and they're like, all right, it's that time of year where we round up all the oldies around here and dump them in the pit. Is that what they do? They dig a different pit every season?
I guess.
I would have been shot several years ago if arthritis was a cause. Somebody would have dragged me out to a gravel pit and shot me in the head. But they haven't done that yet, unfortunately.
That's good.
But you good at hunting, right?
Yeah, I can hunt like
hunt?
crazy.
There you go.
You've never killed chickens?
No, never killed a
There
chicken.
you go. Have you bitten a human?
No. So I still got some things going for me, despite the arthritis.
In Kristi Noem's world, the only thing, you lost weight very rapidly.
Yeah, that's
she
true.
doesn't like that.
So at least she's 5 states away, bro.
Yeah,
True.
Thankfully, because wow.
Please don't lose any more weight rapidly, because she's going to be on your radar.
Wow.
Okay.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's sad. And again, why do you continue to reference it?
I know.
Do you have to air everything out? I don't think so. Especially if you're a politician. You just don't do this stuff. Weird. It's just really
in other
weird.
words, be a good person, but if you're going to be a bad person, just make sure you're not a politician.
Yeah, right.
I'm curious to know, because put that book again, because she says the book is about the truth on what's wrong with politics and how we move forward. How killing horses and goats and little cricket.
That's how we move forward.
Is that how we move forward?
Yeah. Without animals. We move forward.
A world without animals. Kristi Noem. That should have been the name of the book. Imagine a world without animals. Kristi Noem.
And she's helping us do that. So congratulations, Kristi. That's great. Rising star in the Republican Party. You know, Stu was mentioning, I was on Sarah's show with him yesterday. He mentioned, I'd forgotten about this, but during the pandemic, she was probably America's most popular governor, even over DeSantis at the time, because she took such a strong stand. But it just seems like she's gone backward ever since then. She's made some dumb moves, done some dumb things, and now I think she really hurt herself politically. It's too bad, because I like her, and I think she's a good politician. She's been a good governor for South Dakota. I think if you live in South Dakota, I don't know, maybe you can let us know what you think of her, because we're not there every day, but it seems like she's done some good things. Speaking of good things, we got some lighter material here, just to take a break from the apocalypse for a minute. Golfer Kevin Na had a rough hole at one of these live tourneys. Yeah. This is the Saudi tour, right? They're merging now, I guess. Are they still going to merge? Because I haven't heard the latest on that.
I don't know.
It's weird.
But if you've ever played golf, then you've experienced what he went through on the golf course.
All right.
Just not in front of, millions of people or whatever. Okay. Boy, look at the rough there. It is. It's rough.
It's got a bad lie in the rough.
All right, so y'all, look out, y'all. I'm coming
right, here
through.
we go. Professional golfer. Oh, that didn't.
It went literally 5 yards.
Oh, boy.
10 yards, maybe. All right, we got this.
All right, so now we're going to the hole.
Listen carefully.
We're going to make the green.
You can hear after the shot. There we go. He's slapping his back. I mean, this is every weekend golfer has been here. Oh, no, you hit the sign. Man, come on. What is it? Been there. And then he this is Tin Cup, man. This is Happy Gilmore stuff. So good.
I'm guessing he didn't par that hole.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No birdies there.
It was a
that
par
time.
20 that he might have saved it there.
Oopsie daisies.
So, okay, I know that you are really into the live documentary, PGA kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious. How do you not care about golf whatsoever? Like when the weekends get here, or even the Masters. You just like the documentary stuff?
Yeah. I like peering behind the screen for a minute.
Yeah.
But I don't enjoy watching golf. Like watching somebody swing at the ball 5 or 6 times just isn't riveting to me.
Gotcha. Write this down, Chris. If we want to get Pat interested in something, we need to make a documentary about it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fair.
Let's make a documentary of animal videos.
It's called America's Funniest Videos.
Just don't invite Kristi Noem to narrate.
America's Funniest Home Videos was one of the reasons I don't like
really?
Animal videos.
Oh, no.
Such
what
a
happened?
stupid, stilted,
Get on the couch here and let's talk
show.
this through.
what
What's the story
happened?
here?
Dumb show. People, getting hit in the nuts and falling
I don't
down.
like the nut
and
shots.
it's just not funny to me.
I don't like
It's not funny. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're right, though. If you see a backyard setting and a wiffle ball bat and a dad, you're like, oh, no.
Okay, somebody's going to get their giblets knocked in.
Here we go.
So,
no, I'm with you on that.
Be prepared to just have a rip-roaring good time.
Seriously, I see a wiffle ball bat on America's Funniest Home Videos across my legs. So I'm with you on that. But no, that's interesting.
Plus, Bob Saget was so bad on that. Oh my gosh,
He was supposed
so
to be
corny
bad.
and bad. on that. Bless his heart.
Mr.
And
Dad
rest in
jokes.
peace.
Oh, yeah, he did die.
Oh my gosh, that's a Free Think Friday.
Well, he bumped his head, and that
That's a Free Think
And then
Friday.
laid down.
If you've ever bumped your head, you know how that is. It's possible you die from that.
We need to find out who has done the most investigating on that story.
Seriously, that might make. I don't know if that's a full show for a Friday, but that's
it's
a
enough.
good segment at least. We should talk to
'Cause I know
somebody
they did,
about the Bob Saget thing.
The wife or the girlfriend did not want the coroner's report to be released.
Yeah, what happened there?
And if you fall and then you wake up and then you lay down,
All the time.
and then there's maybe alcohol involved.
Or maybe
Something
like a
happened.
mob
Mob
hit
hit,
involved.
happened in that room.
Something.
Or
I mean, like, didn't he have a cracked skull?
he did have a cracked skull.
Yeah, and it was severe.
Yeah.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah, somebody said it was like somebody took a baseball bat to his head.
That's right. We got to find that guy.
Oof. Because that's not from. I lifted my head too quickly and forgot the door was
gashing.
open on the cupboard. The cupboard door was open, and I died from that. I cracked my skull from that. No.
Listen to this.
I'm sorry, no.
Let's see. Okay, Joshua Stephanie, the chief medical examiner of Orange and Osceola counties in Florida, suggests the head injury was far more serious than one could have been shrugged off. Let's see. Maybe that's the... But these public officials can't talk on this stuff. I mean, he's got some quotes here. All right, we need to.
Yeah, we need to find somebody with a theory on that because there are some. Just like it was back during the pandemic, today we're facing some drug and medical supply shortages here in America. As of March, there were more than 200. Some say more than 300. And it looks like it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Healthcare experts have pointed to all kinds of things as things we should watch out for this year. Drug Supply Chain Security Act and other issues that are hampering the supply. You wouldn't think that would happen here, but it is. And it's been happening for several years now. This is why you should have a Jase case. This comes with 5 antibiotics in this case. You can do some add-ons, things like ivermectin, things like the EpiPen, and so you're ready in case of any kind of emergency. Or maybe you just go out of town, and it just happens to be super convenient if you get sick, like I do every time I go out of town. And it's the same thing I usually get. It's bronchitis, or maybe it's strep throat, or whatever. And you start taking your antibiotic because you don't have, your pharmacy next to you. You're not around your doctor. This could save your life, save your vacation, whatever. JaceMedical.com. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout and be prepared for any eventuality. Get a discount on your order when you use the promo code PAT at Jase Medical, JASE Medical.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back after this.
Couple of tweets here. Squatching Duck tweets, or X's. I bet Kristi Noem's 3 kids were well behaved. Yeah, Yeah. They knew that a trip to the gravel pit awaited them, if not, I guess.
You know, I used to threaten my dog when I was training him. Because you can do that, Kristi. And I would
Even
always
if they're unworthy?
And I would say, you want to go to your cage, Tanner? Oh, no. I don't want to go to my cage. I guarantee you. She was like, gravel pit? You saw what happened to Fluffy. You're next, Cricket.
From Caffeinated Texan, I grew up on a farm. The whole farm life argument is mostly BS. Stand Up Chuck tweets, wait, is Dr. Patrick Joseph Gray, gene researcher, a more legit doctor than Dr. Glenn Beck?
Yes.
I don't like to brag to my own
Okay,
horn,
what if we say go
by
ahead?
far?
What if we say go ahead? Do that.
Yes, I'd have to say by far.
Yeah.
Yes. Way more legit.
I got some cattle. I'm driving
to the town. Don Walker tweets, Gene Conference? Huh. Levi's or Wrangler? Oh, now see, you're
Levi.
just besmirching.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's Gene.
I mean, this is Dr. Patrick Joseph Gray.
Right. Yeah, right.
Don't you dare.
We don't stoop to frivolous wordplay.
Yeah, I got it. Levi.
Jeans, right? Levi's, or Wrangler. No, my friend. We were just talking about Bob Saget's injury, that killed him. He bumped his head and died. People listed Saget's injuries as including posterior scalp abrasions, subgaleal hemorrhage, discoloration in the upper and lower eyelids due to skull fracture, subdural hematoma, and subarachnoid hemorrhage.
No.
That sounds serious.
Sounds
and
like
apparently it was, since he died.
Bumped his head.
He bumped his head.
But he bumped his head pretty hard.
Were you there?
Speaking, I was not there.
Okay.
You're right. It's a good point, Keith. I was not there at the time. Speaking with the New York Times about the findings, Dr. Gavin Britz, the chair in neurosurgery at Houston Methodist Hospital, said, this is significant trauma. This is something I find with someone with a baseball bat to the head or who has fallen from 20 or 30 feet.
Oh.
Pointing out that the autopsy described fractures to thick parts of the skull as well as to bones in the roof of the eye socket, Dr. Britz added, if you fracture your orbit, your
the bone back there,
eye orbit, you have significant pain. Yeah, it's not something you just do and then you go lay down and go to sleep, I think is the point there, right? Which is what he supposedly
they told us.
did.
They told us that he fell,
and then
he
was tired, and
then
went to
he
sleep.
laid down.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
As someone who has injured themselves multiple times in my life, I've never suffered those kinds of injuries and just thought, I'm going to sleep this off.
Right.
Come on.
Just broke your eye socket and fractured your skull. Yeah, I'm going to take a nap now. Yeah. I'm really sleepy.
I'll be fine.
I'm really sleepy.
It's just bizarre.
So bizarre.
Need to follow up on that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we
Look
shall.
into that. And we shall. Meantime, did you see the latest statistics with Taylor Swift?
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh. Taylor Swift just released that album with 31 songs on it.
Double feature.
It's a double album called The Tortured Poets Department. 30 wonderful songs on that album. 14 of them top the Billboard Hot 100. The top 14 songs are all Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Nobody's on the chart till you get to number 15. It's an all-time record. And it broke her record of the top 10. So she had the top 10 a few years ago. Now she just surpassed that with the top 14. So she's broken Beatles records like crazy. The Beatles, in their heyday in the 60s, had 5-6 songs in the top 40. 14?
Every artist
My
is
gosh.
like, note to self, don't release an album when Taylor Swift is
Agreed.
about to.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Because it's just embarrassing now, right?
Yeah.
So, number 1, Fortnite, featuring Post Malone. That's the one you like, right?
Yeah, it's the best one.
Number 2, Down Bad. These are all Taylor Swift songs. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart at 3. The Tortured Poets Department, number 4. So Long London, number 5. My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys at number 7. But Daddy, I Love Him. Number 8, Florida. Featuring Florence and the Machine.
I really wanted to like
love
that
one.
one.
Love that one. I love Florence and the Machine, and especially when they team together with Taylor Swift. But
yeah.
But I think that I'm not sure it's the 8th best song in America right now.
I mean, this is fascinating. So there's that combo with Post Malone, but look at just the thumbnail image of the top 14.
Isn't that something? Look at that.
Her.
Yeah, just her.
Yeah,
just her.
Ridiculous.
And then you finally get to 15.
Oh, shout out to Benson Boone.
Yeah, way to go, Benson.
15.
Well
I don't
done,
know
buddy.
who the heck you
Well
are,
done.
but way to go. Way to go. We're all proud of you.
You can listen for her for free on XM Radio. Channel 13 is free.
Is it all Taylor Swift?
All Taylor Swift.
You know,
because 13 is her number.
I love you for knowing that, and I hate you for knowing that.
So now this is, I think, Fortnite became her 12th number 1 hit. 12th number 1.
Wow.
Hold on.
Incredible.
Breaking news. As I scroll down that Billboard Top 100, Pat, she also has song 20, 21, 23, 24, 25.
Oh, my gosh.
26, 30, 32,
Wow.
34, 35, 36, 39, 44, 46, 47, 51.
So are all
55.
31 songs in
That's
the top 100?
Probably, yeah.
Figure out here.
Oh, my. That's incredible. I mean, the top 14 is amazing enough. But that, I mean, come on.
Your whole catalog is on the top 100?
Her
31.
whole catalog.
Yep.
All 31.
All 31.
Oh,
the lowest one
gosh.
is 55.
Okay, surpassing the Beatles, Elvis, the Rolling Stones, every artist you can imagine. Whitney, Beyonce, I mean, Taylor Swift. All right.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Still kind of mind-boggled over the Taylor Swift thing. Jeez.
So 31 songs?
Yeah,
on the
all
album.
of her songs. Every song on this album is on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Yeah, the lowest
and the
one.
lowest is 55?
55.
31 songs in the Billboard Hot 100. That can't have ever been done before.
That's amazing.
She's got the top 14 again, by the way. The top 14 are all Taylor Swift. I mean, this is something that Elvis and the Beatles didn't accomplish. I mean, in my lifetime, I think back to high school days and the Bee Gees and how big they were, where everything they released went to number 1 for a while, and you got so sick of them. Ugh, it was like, okay. Was Staying Alive okay? And okay, I guess, but can we stop? Can we please, by all that is holy, stop? I mean, Michael Jackson was big. Mariah Carey was big. But not like this. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it her or is it the Swifties?
But why are people Swifties? It's because of her, right? To me, she's not terrible. Some of her songs are good.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the phenomenon that she has become. When you're surpassing the Beatles, of course, the Beatles still have 20 number 1 songs. She's got 12. But the Beatles have the most. Then Mariah Carey with 19. Rihanna has 14 number 1 hits.
Wow.
Michael Jackson, 13. Drake, 13 number 1s. Madonna, 12. The Supremes and Taylor Swift, all tied at 12 now. She just passed up Whitney Houston, who only had 11 number 1 songs.
I would just like to point out that the Connells have 1 number 1 song in Sweden and Switzerland.
And what about how many in America and the UK? How many number 1s for the Connells there?
He's still counting, right?
Yeah.
That many?
Check with me later.
I don't know how many number 1s Foreigner has. I don't know if they've ever hit number 1.
Let me look that up for you.
Are we going to see Foreigners next month in June?
Foreigner is in town next month?
Yeah, they're here with Sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to go see it?
And John Waite?
Yeah.
And we should. I haven't gotten tickets yet, but yeah.
Do you want me to get the tickets?
Let's talk about that.
Okay. I'm excited. I've never been to a concert.
What?
Yeah.
You've never been to a concert of any kind?
Okay, please don't make fun of me, but I've been to like Christian concerts.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But I've never been
You've never been to an actual rock concert.
So in the country where you're from, they don't have
no number ones
concerts or anything? Or
yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They do, but it's not my kind of music.
Okay.
Yeah. But if Jesus is involved, I'm there.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's good. That's commendable. Any number ones for Foreigner? Waiting for a Girl Like You? I don't think that went to number
Foreigner's
one.
only number one hit is...
Oh, I know. Wait. I want to know what Love Is.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yep.
That's a good one.
1984.
It's not their best, but it's good. So I think Boston had one. Amanda, I think, was their only number one. But I mean, you've got classic bands who've never had a number one song ever, or only got one in their lifespan, and now Taylor Swift, already at the age of 34, has 12 number ones. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
pretty incredible.
Did I see yesterday Travis Kelce signed a 2-year deal to keep playing for a couple more years at least? So we got
so
more fun with that.
If they get married, this thing's going to be interminable. I mean, you're never gonna get away from it. Ever.
It's gonna. I'm not saying this in jest. It's going to be bigger than the royal wedding.
Oh, 100%.
With Princess Di and King Charles.
For sure.
Prince Charles.
Yeah, she really kind of is America's royalty right now, isn't she? I mean, they've always said that's the Kennedys, but really it's Taylor Swift right now. She gets all the attention. She gets the paparazzi. Everybody fawns over her. She really kind of is. She's our example of British royalty. Ugh.
This is right.
Ugh. It's interesting. She's a great promoter, though. She's a great marketer.
She has a fantastic team behind her.
Yeah, she does.
Because, I guess you remember that whole AI thing about her in compromised positions. They got that taken down within, 4 hours.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm. And now you try to
for her.
Google it and search it. Nothing.
One of my favorite things she ever did was when she lost control of her entire catalog to that scooter guy. And she was so pissed off about it. And he would not sell it back to her. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to re-record everything I ever did. And then it's all going to be mine. And I'm going to tell people not to buy your version, but mine, the Taylor version.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
She redoes the album, and the albums all chart, and they become hits again.
Good for her.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's amazing. All right, so we've got the person who set the ski jump record. This might be fun to watch. We're doing a little lighter,
incredible
material right now. Ryoyo Kobayashi
nailed it.
Just set the ski jump record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love this video too, right along with him.
Yeah.
And
wow.
291 meters, Pat.
No idea. That could be 2 feet, could be 3 feet, could be a mile and a half.
Fun fact.
No idea.
It's over 954 feet.
900.
That's incredible.
54 feet.
Mm-hmm. Now, he's no Eddie the Eagle.
No, of
granted,
course not.
But
no,
you can keep trying.
So was that in a competition, or was that just
I think it
for
was
fun?
Just a demonstration? I don't know.
I see Red Bull behind there.
Yeah. So. I don't know all the ins and outs of this. I just know that I can do this in my sleep.
It does help that he's going downhill. Like
that's what's. That's
boom. Way to go.
Nice job.
Way to go. 291 inches.
No.
5 miles. I don't know. Whatever.
Inches.
How far was it?
951 plus, or 954 plus
54
feet. Almost 955.
Okay.
How about that?
It's a good jump. It's a good jump. Good for him.
Yeah, but next time, put American measurements on the sign.
Yes. Thank you.
American measurement.
Okay.
Thank you. Put the real measurement up there.
It sounds better if you put 955.
I know, right? But the whole world is all over this thing, this metric system. And it's a fairly new thing. Do you know that before the standard measurement was what everybody in the world used? And then they all decided in the 60s and 70s, let's switch it now. Everybody's used to this. Let's just change it. And America said, no, thank you. We're going to stick with this. All right. And we just resisted it so much. But the rest of the world switched. And I hate it when in American publications they use metric measurements, because it's like, what? I don't know how fast 30 kilometers an hour is. Tell me what the actual speed is, will you please?
And I will say that at least the Celsius stuff makes sense if 0 is freezing, right?
Yeah, I guess. But to me, 32 degrees is freezing, all right? And it always will be.
I'm with you. It just... I'm totally with you.
I don't want to reset everything. I don't want to. It's like calling Kiev now all of a sudden. It's like calling Qatar gutter. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
No.
Right. But again,
no.
If 0 is freezing and 100 is boiling,
yeah,
and then you just kind of figure out everything in between. It may make sense, but I'm with you. It's 32.
I guess.
And 212.
And when you say 32 is really, really hot, no, it's not. It's freezing. So I don't know where you're coming from on that. I hate it. Just stick with
Speak American.
The right way. Yes. Speak American. Measure American. All right. Speaking of American, there's a little Americana at this baseball game we want to show you.
This is a feel-good video.
Oh,
Pat.
Good. I love feel-good videos.
By the way, can I just say, next time this guy's setting that record on the ski jump, make it an even 1,000 so that we don't have to do the math and just...
Yeah.
That was kind of underachieving. Anyway, let's do the baseball thing.
All right.
This is cute.
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. So this is why baseball is the greatest sport in the game. Melendez throws it to this fan, so pumped, but he's like, you know what? No, I got to give the baseball to a kid. But then later in the game, Gooby, when Walsh hits the home run, the kid's dad's going to come up with the baseball. He's like, here you go. Now you got your ball back. You got 2. He's like, you know what? No.
This is incredible.
Oh, that's cool.
Gives it back.
That is so amazing. Look at that.
He's like, no. She's like, that's so cute.
That is amazing. Look at that smile.
That's really nice.
That's tremendous. Yeah. Absolutely tremendous.
That was tremendous. I like that.
But
that's nice.
The kid should have kept the home run ball and given the guy the original ball since it was thrown to him originally.
Yeah.
Right, if you can switch him out. I don't think he switched him out, and that's bugging me. You know what else is bugging me? Go to the last, just freeze it at 2 seconds left in that video, Joe, if you would, please. What's also bugging me is the couple between the guy and the kid. They're outdoors at a baseball game, and maybe you should enjoy yourself instead of wearing masks.
Oh, jeez.
The guy.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. What idiots.
Yeah, I mean, look.
It's 2024.
If you want to wear your mask, that's fine. But, you're outdoors.
Yeah, right.
Please understand that there's no documented case of COVID or whatever you're hiding from.
Never happened.
Being caught outdoors. Okay, whatever.
4 years later, but okay, whatever. They're going to do that the rest of their lives, apparently.
Well, to be fair, that culture always wears masks. Even in
culture?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
Racist?
When you go to China, they always wear a mask because of the smog. So they might still be thinking, we're in China.
Hold on a second.
Who said those people were from China?
Yeah, is this a culture that refuses to say that 32 degrees is freezing?
Yes.
Then we don't care. And we don't care about that culture.
Yeah, whatever. It shows how wrong they are. They're still wearing masks.
100%.
Yep.
The rest of us are breathing free, and you're still wearing a mask 4 years later. All right, let me tell you about BackyardButchers.com. They're delivering American-raised and harvested meat from right here in, yes, American backyards to dinner tables across America. Backyard Butchers will only source beef and chicken from American farms and deliver the cuts right to your doorstep every single month. Grass-fed and grain-finished. This meat tastes fantastic. Cut out the frustration from the meat aisle and go to backyardbutchers.com. With over 500,000 happy customers across America, hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google, and an American-based customer service team of stay-at-home moms, they'll make sure your orders are delivered right on time every single month. Get the person in your house who buys the groceries to go to backyardbutchers.com/unleashed and buy all U.S. American meat today. You'll save 20% off your first order when you subscribe, and you'll get an extra 10% off plus free shipping if you're subscribed. Backyard Butchers is on a mission to bring American-raised, harvested, and affordable meat back to the dinner table. So again, go to backyardbutchers.com/unleashed. Get the 20% off your entire order, and when you subscribe, another 10% comes off. And you get free shipping. Backyardbutchers.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, we got to show you these new jeans. Don't put them up yet, but this is incredible. This is the latest. Apparently, this is a really big deal.
Oh.
These jeans are $831.
Wait a minute. I need some
$831.
Until
you
you
need
said
jeans?
that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
that's going to put you off buying these?
So, do you think they're worth the $831?
Well, you judge for yourself. Here's what they look like.
Okay.
They are
weird but true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go. Pee pants. It looks like you peed yourself. And that's the design.
No.
Why?
No.
Why? Why would you ever? Hey, look, I peed my pants. I'm really proud of it. I'm going to wear these to dinner tonight. I got a hot date. I'm going to look like I just wet my pants.
How much you say those cost?
$831. Not nice?
This is they're sold out.
It's sold out online.
811.
Oh, 811. I'm sorry.
You
wasn't 8? Yeah, I exaggerated.
$811.
Shipping.
Ridiculous that I said
included. 831 shipping.
Okay, so they sold out.
They sold out.
This is idiocracy. That's all this is. I mean,
why would you ever want to look like you just wet your pants? Why?
Let's think this through.
Sick. That's just sick.
When might you need to do that? Okay, let's say you're trying to get out of something. Right?
Okay.
And
yeah, maybe.
you have no shame. You don't care if they think you wet yourself. You just have to get out of there. But you'd really have to have a heads up as to where you're going.
Yes, you would.
Where you're going to need to escape.
Wear them to school and say, hey, teacher, can I have the hall pass so I can go to the bathroom? No, you're going to have to wait.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then you get the pants on like you
That's a good one.
This is your fault, hon.
Your fault.
This is your fault.
You know what? Now,
I just wet my pants.
I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm going home.
Yeah.
That might
maybe
look,
that
I hated school. That's worth $811.
I mean, that is unreal.
I just don't understand this world. That honestly, that Pat, I was sitting here thinking, I have nothing against Taylor Swift, but how ridiculous of a world where all 31 songs on your album are charted in the top 55. What kind of world is this? That's heaven on earth compared to pee pants.
Yes. Yes, it is. And there it is again. Why?
Help
and
us.
It really does look. I mean, they did a good job of making it look like a pee stain. That's really gross. And it's incomprehensible. It really is. Inconceivable.
Where are the aliens? Where are they?
You keep using that word.
Yeah.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
I don't like this world.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
It's a world gone crazy, that's for sure. Everything started going downhill when we switched to the metric system. That's when it all began.
Well,
so you can trace it right back to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
trace it right
now
back
here we are. Yeah, and you're welcome. It's from the metric system.
What's this floating solar panel thing, Chris?
Yes. So this country decided to create a floating island of solar panels so that they could get their energy. Roll the tape, Joe, because it may have failed.
Okay. And?
Floating solar panel. Wait, what am I looking at here?
So those are the solar panels, and they washed up back to shore because a storm They could not handle
Pushed
it.
them.
Pushed them back
So
in.
how are they in place? They were out of the ocean.
They were out in the ocean like a little mini solar island, and then the storm pushed them right back in.
Mother Earth
What
said,
were they anchored with?
I have no idea. Obviously not anchored enough.
Yeah,
Mother
obviously.
Earth was like, I got your energy solution right here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me show you what I think of these floating solar panels. That's
But,
great.
like,
That's okay with them. They don't want an oil derrick out there, but you can put 1,000 solar panels out in the ocean.
Those are toxic.
Yes, and now they just wash up to shore, and then now your beaches are full of solar panels.
Unreal.
Which, by the way, I'll take 2 of those, please.
Do we know where that was?
It's some weird country.
Some weird country.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Now I gotta look. Hang on.
Some weird
I couldn't even
country.
pronounce it. It has like...
So America?
Yeah, see, English is not Chris's first language.
It is not.
So
Feels like a bingo
it's
square.
understandable. Yeah.
No, is it not? Oh, well. I tried. Yeah, I don't see where that is.
Okay. Some weird country. Chris already
I really
explained
wanted it to be India or something really easy.
England. Some weird country. I couldn't figure it out. France.
Oh, Bakra.
Oh, it is?
Bhakra. Please tell me I got that right.
Huh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the solar plant in
North India.
Madhya Pradesh, Kadawa district.
Yeah, India. You could have just said India. It literally was India. That is awesome.
Jeez. So weird. Surprise, that didn't work. Surprise! Nice try, though, liberals. Again, environmentalists. That was a really good idea. I guess it just didn't quite work.
Dummies.
Jeez.
Awesome.
Also, we have this video reported to be from Ukraine.
Okay. Let's see. January of 2024. This is a nightclub in Ukraine.
Okay. And
click.
Here they are. Dancing, having a good time.
It's war-torn, man.
So this was just a couple
just me?
months ago.
Or does it kind of feel like America is like the hardworking baby daddy who's currently living off of ramen and reusing old socks as toilet paper because he can't afford to go buy more?
Uh-huh.
While paying a ridiculous amount of child support to like a spiteful baby mama who goes out and uses that money to get her hair and nails done and then comes back screaming, "That wasn't enough!"
That wasn't enough. My goodness.
She doesn't appreciate it, apparently.
She didn't like that.
That's weird. I think it's great that they're able to party while we continue to pump billions and billions and hundreds of billions into their economy.
I wonder
That's
how
great.
people cleaning up in Nebraska and Oklahoma and all points in between are feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Cleaning up and seeing.
Yeah. Well, they
stuff
feel
like that.
probably like the people of Hawaii who got $700 when their house burned down. So I'm sure they're really excited about that.
Cool.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
We also have this really weird video of this female captain who, for some reason, didn't want to get dressed in her captain outfit,
so
her
weird.
uniform.
Like, is she on meds?
If you don't feel safe, get off the airplane.
This is your captain speaking, but never like this.
I'll stop, and we'll fly the airplane. Don't worry, I'm going to let my co-pilot fly it. He's a man. Okay?
It's a total meltdown. The pilot boarded in her street clothes and addressed the passengers over the intercom. Passenger Pam O'Neill couldn't believe what was happening.
She said, let's take a vote. How many of you would like to take off now with me dressed as I am, or would you prefer that I take 10 minutes to get changed into my cute little uniform? Then she started talking about her divorce and political candidates, and the minute she mentioned that, a gentleman stood up and just yelled, "Whoa, enough, you're scaring me."
Another passenger, Randy Reese, got up to leave and gave a running commentary on social media.
Yeah.
Pilot also insulted a couple on board.
Did I offend you? Okay, so did I purposely offend you? I did. The answer is yes. Flight attendants, please disarm doors.
After 20 passengers insisted on getting off the United Airlines flight, the pilot quietly left the aircraft.
Okay, if you don't feel safe, get off the airplane.
Wow.
I'm leaving.
So she just had a mental breakdown?
I don't know.
Right there?
I don't know the backstory.
That looks like that.
Weird.
Divorce will do that.
Yeah, I guess.
So, are you staying on that plane?
Oh, no.
But, I mean, after she left, I might stay on the plane. I don't know. But do they have to wait for... I'm sure you have to wait for a co-pilot.
Well,
Someone else
yeah.
would have to come and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as long as it's a man, then I'll say.
Well, yeah, it was a comforting thought to know that the other person was a man.
Okay, I don't need the co-pilot of yours to be a man, but I do require they be sane.
Yeah,
Can we get
that's
a
always helpful.
sane pilot in the cockpit, please? Do we have time for this robot thing?
Oh, is this the one that died?
Yeah, this is
from exhaustion.
And so we had to kill the music on this. Go ahead and play this. Had to kill the music, and it had really sad music, and it showed how hard it was working. But then it just gets exhausted, Pat. And you see this, and then it loses all of its life. And
oh no!
It's
look at that! Oh wow!
Game over! Get up, lazy
It
robot.
worked the poor robot
I know, right?
to death.
So now I guess people are like, that poor robot. Wait, no, it's a machine. It's not real. It's wires and bolts and
Poor
stuff.
robot.
Here
Yeah.
come the.
And it ran out of a charge. It's like your
Yes,
your
thank you.
iPad
It just
or your
looks dramatic.
iPhone failing.
Here come the human rights courts for robots.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll absolutely happen.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.